Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey there, everyone. This is Lao Cow playing a game that's fairly important to my Let's Play things, let's be honest. My very, 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 very first Let's Play back in Something Awful was the second reality project as a reaction to the general opinion that most people had of hacks. Ironically enough, the very first video I've uploaded on YouTube were basically the last few videos of my TSRPR Let's Play back in my Monkey Cheese no consequence to anything era. I remember after playing, I think, TSRP 2, I said that I would replay this game legit one day, and after having a convincing conversation with a digitized individual, figured why not? Oh yeah, there's a story in this thing. I think actually this is gonna be an interesting project for one major reason, and it's to basically find out if start here, because you gotta start with a remake. If the game best way to start a game of some kind, start with a remake of another game, obviously. I think it'd be interesting to see how or if the game holds up, like TSRPR tends to be held as this sort of not mecha, that doesn't make any sense, but it's sort of like ROM hack to imitate. I haven't heard a lot of people really say a lot of bad things globally about it. Of course, this was back in a different, slightly era, and my curiosity wishes to be assuaged. Also, I found out during, Hack 2 that, holy jeez, am I super rusty in the worlds of Super, so that girl is so angry it blew up! Also, it had a pretty weirdo rictus, and Nintendo have a history of just putting down the blocks to be gotten. Although it's true that, coins are fun to get, but at some point, I guess you just kinda get mundane reaction. I just kill a Goomba without meaning it, either. Fight or fly has seen better days. Wow, that wasn't the best graphic in the whole wild world here. No, you were not. You were not at all. In fact, you could say that you have the shape and consistency of an anchovy bean, even though that is not true at all. I just made that up as a string of words that flowed out of my mouth. I always feel a little bit cautious when replaying a thing, even though it didn't happen all that much, because, it's replaying a thing, man. It's Mole's Ruins #1. Fan of Mole Ruins, they're pretty big on their very blatant Yoshi Island 2 referencing levels, and this shows in this area. Again, another thing that kind of always bothered me, I guess. As y'all notice, the level spot on the map is bigger than a normal spot, which if this is your first hack ever, you wouldn't be able to know, but I always kind of assume ROM hacks, they're not made for people who never played the game, although some message boxes and a lot of hacks will lead you to believe otherwise, but whatever. Well, in this game, it's not insignificant. It means that you can go here through this wall. That's what it means. Everyone goes through all the walls. It's like, oh no, it's coins. Again, you gotta get all the coins before Grandpappy Smurf comes along on his liquid kangaroony. then just takes over the whole meal and everyone gets real annoying real quick. I sure hope those blocks help me on my way, because I got 13 miles to go through the snow each day, each way, each morning, sometimes at night, and I ran out of pocket space and I gotta redo this level again. Inconceivable. There's lattice in the floor. Can you believe that? Turtle army? Oh man, spoilers. I'm gonna hit a switch goes. And that is very believable. Oh man, that poor turtle just like went inside its shell there. It's like, oh no! And it happened twice. Mario, our closet psychopath. It's not really a closet if it's really obvious about it. This game is super hard in the end game, I reckon. So it's gonna be fun. I am super tempted to do this a pure no save state, including between videos, but I think I'm going to need the lives too much for that to be realistic. However, I sure love cycling through my Yoshis. Also, I'm thinking of doing this a Dragon Ball run. We're gonna find all 7 Dragon Balls, and we're gonna summon Dragon, and we're gonna fight Mr. Dragon. I wish for the greatest pizza pie in the world. He's gonna snarl, and he's gonna rub his belly. And, you know, every boys and girls in a 3 miles radius are all gonna sneeze all at once. And that's when you know that the magic truly was there. It was in the air all along, flying at the speed of sound. Sonic the Weasel, the Hedgehog version, you know, he is a copyrighted character from Sega. So we cannot use them in our video game videos on YouTube's about a Mario hack. It just wouldn't work. The foam against the hill, slightly static. Mole's Ruin number 2, I guess, you know, the super fans at some point were like, well, okay, fine. You're barely making it through the playoffs, but at the very least, you'll win the silver prize. Don't believe there's really any organized sports that have a recognized name for like the second winner, and I think that's racist. It's racist against people who try hard but couldn't make it. How does that have anything to do with race? Well, obviously you haven't been on Tumblr in a while. Good for you. Inner turtle, now you're dead. It's pretty swell. You're not even a turtle, but you behave like one anyways. Congratulations. I'm not sure this brick here would be able to stay that way. The mortar engine population use is pretty strong. Brick will like stick to the brick that's over it due to the strength of the mortar alone. And no, usually walls are kinda held together by gravity. Mind you, I'm not a mortician, so there might be a lot of things about mortar I don't actually know. For example, I don't believe that I know any first-hand, like on a first-name basis, I'm now realizing, and I'm a little embarrassed about it, but you know, it would be foolish to believe otherwise, and to try to make, you know, believe otherwise. That's just gonna come back and bite me in the rear, you know, eventually anyway, so it's best not to take chances. Hey there, flying turtle. Man, I was kind of wondering where the last dragon coin was. I was gonna be sad, man. This is very pessimistic, ominous music, considering it's like Fun Time, Happy Trail, Lavender Sky Town. The guy painting this sign didn't do a great job. Either that, or it was painted a while ago, and paint kind of started to seek on through here. Seek on to the truth. Through the truth, inside the tube. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry. Sometimes words just don't come out very good, it looks like. Well, the first stage I did wasn't actually a level designed by FPI, so that's how I'm going to justify doing Koopa Lake number 1. Now that's our favorite team to win the pennant every day, all the time. Turtle lime, it's not a very good flavor of pie, but it will do somehow anyway. Is there any more critters that you can kill? Reward me for this genociding thrill. Genociding? It's like deciding, except, you know, deciding about the fate of people that are not mine. It's pretty swell. I suggest that to all my friends, except now I think, why didn't you jump? Well, obviously this was on purpose, in order to farm further for the livelihoods of people who are me. Created this... What you said? Hey, why'd you not kill me? Like a grandmother on the lawn. You don't try to bring too much attention to it unless the police gets involved. I like that I managed to eke a last one up out of there. Oh man, progress in the level. As you can see, all I've been missing is giant turnip holding on the water. Not too excited. Also, someone put a stupid horse on dragon coins. I don't get it. Like, there's a big difference between a horse and a dragon. Why? Who's the mint man that managed to make that crazy mistake? So yeah, this game, best hack of all time apparently, crossfire bullet generator on, like, the 3rd real level. Congratulations, I guess. I'm not really sure how to think about that. I thought it had stopped, except it did not. So instead, I'm grow large and also, whoa, hat. You gotta be careful. Also, this is kind of weirdo looking. A little bit. Yay, I got a 1-up somehow. Knife, no, found it in my soup. It tasted real bad, so I spit it out and spent 3 hours looking at it. Now we're on a floating log! It's not floating on the water in the background, but in the air. It looks pretty confusing when people would argue. Only one people, though. However, it's not a person, but a people. I'm gonna let that as a social evangelization on your end. It's your homework. It's important to do your homework every day, especially in the holidays. Just redo the old homework you had, serve as practice. That way you will be able to punch Buddha right in the face, just out of sheer magnitude. I cannot wait until that day comes. Fortunately, I probably have to go through a few cycles of transcending, but, you know, I've got plenty of time in the afternoon. The afternoon lasts forever, after all. It says so right in the song by the guy that played the music. Everyone knows that. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit these blocks. And I'm gonna do like I did in my first video attempt at the redo-to-do, and gonna complete World 1. Just to get World 1 out of the way. Now it's the first world, it's at the top, it's acting all high and mighty, and we just finished the road here, and it's a castle on the lakeside, there's a bush outside, who left all these spikes? Oh yeah, I love the remix, the music in this game is pretty good. I saw a dragon coin over there, amongst all the spikes. Whoa, jumping on conveyors. Works pretty bad. I suppose that's okay. And there is the thing I was mentioning offhandedly. You can tell these guys are serious because they keep on running in the same direction. Courageous or incredibly stupid. Sometimes one means the other. This is what we call a sticky situation. Obviously. Oh no, it's saw. That's what also we call a sticky situation. Here I'm just gonna sit here and let the feather stab me in the eye. Good time. Don't you agree, Mr. Thwomp? Why are you so angry in front of a door that's leading inside of water in the back? That's unrealistic! So that's a turtle. It's pretty great. The water here is very opaque and not the same color as over there. Because there's a roof above its head, you know? So it's the shadow. Like, no, that's the reason why the leaves here are bright green, obviously. I don't know, I really like castles that incorporate the fact that, you know, a courtyard is kind of part of the castle, you know, and the attic on top of the courtyard is also part of the castle, you know, and swamp there, he's part of the castle. He's like more stone than life. He's a limestone. He's a limestone. He's a key lime pie. It all makes sense, says the turtle shell that I managed to get stuck in the ceiling using the sheer might of wanting really hard. I can fly in the spikes. Figured I could like do the old run to, but I don't think that it's gonna come back. I should have flew in the middle. I have learned a valuable lesson, Mr. Skeleton. It's all thanks to you. Congratulations. Please keep trying very hard every day, and one day you will be justly rewarded by someone else. Like, it's not like I'm actually killing you or anything. You're gonna rise back from the dead once again. Zeus will always be on your side. I mean, I'd count my lucky stars to have, you know, the flavor of Zeus around all day, every morning. It's not a given for everyone. Ooh, there's a coin cage there. It's really well hidden because there's nearly identical square blocks spammed everywhere. It's pretty good level construction. Oh, I'm being unjust, but that's what makes fun, right? Everyone knows that. Everyone except for you, cause your head is hollow, so you don't know a lot of anything. Well, that's not necessarily true. Maybe they engrave their knowledge like on the side of the inside of the skull, like certain kind of like gets rid of like computer chips. So they could have the ability to retain some information, just not as much as with a squishy brain, but still, you know, a non-zero amount. If the writing is small enough, you can probably still have as much space as on a computer or something. So I guess what I'm saying is that skeletons are the world's first robot. That makes sense to me, Mr. 1-Up. You say 1-Up when I get you, that's why it's your name. It's racist, yes. But no one cares. There you have problems. Ugh, I have problems too if I get hit by you somehow. Also, you had potobos in your room. What was up with that? That's a big fireball with eyeballs. That doesn't make a lot of sense, and yet here it is. Floating around. We're gonna tie the TNT to the door. Well, yeah, because the dynamite is inside the tower. Is defeated. Okay, I forgot what the plan is, but apparently it involves reaching very specific destinations. Yeah, though, where he really wants to go, like, if you follow the plot, it's over there, which you could reach by going over there. There's land, there's not even a stretch of water or anything. You can walk, Mario. You know you're allowed to walk. There's secret exit and castles in this game. Oh yeah, it's over there. Okay, I remember what I need to do. Gotta get cut up by a saw, dang it. Oh no, I'm back at Mario Star Wars! I'm gonna go up here, on the roof. Because, see, the shape size of the top of the screen there looks kind of like the floor. Contrast to, like, in the other inside levels, where it doesn't look like some kind of floor, I guess. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Actually, this looks fake as bananas. And really suspicious. But here we go. There's a pipe in the backyard. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? Yeah, it's not the door at all that I saw. I guess it was some sort of happy coincidence. Those are the best coincidence, Mr. Turtle. Scientology orb. Let's go! Woo, go inside the veins of God. And then it's, you know, it stops. Hooray! A big detailless sphere that went from green to yellow because I went through it, but then I was back on the map. This is raocow playing CSRPR, and join me next time when, in 5 more years, I'm gonna do video number 2 again. See you guys.